Happy Thirsty Thursday, everybody. This is Michelle with Fun in Key West, and I'm so glad you're here and you have stopped by for another episode of Thirsty Thursday. Today, got thinking about it when we were in Key West. There's a lot of bar crawls that you can do, and maybe you're like me, or maybe not, hopefully not. You kind of get stuck in a rut and you find your favorite places and you go, done. You don't go exploring too far off of what you know. So I thought I would point out that first there's several bar crawls that you can do in Key West. There's the haunted bar crawl. There's the one that if you head over to FunInKeyWest.com under things to do, our travel partner, the Key West Food Tours, offers a cocktail crawl, and that's a lot of fun. But I thought, you know what? I'm going to give you 5 stops because usually bar crawls are about 5 stops. And these are a little off the beaten path, and I'll throw in a bonus one just in case you happen to be doing this later in the day. And it'll give you an idea of where you can explore that is beyond the hot spots of Key West and on Duval Street. So I would say this is the order you would go in. It's about a little over a mile of walking, but you're stopping in between, and most bar crawls are about that length. I'll give you tips. Stay hydrated, wear comfy shoes, make sure you grab a snack along the way, and don't feel like you have to have a cocktail in every place. They serve water or seltzer or things like that. But let's start off our bar crawl at the Roost. It's over on Fleming, and I think the Roost is a really cool place to go into. It's craft cocktails. There is a liquor store there, so if you wanted to keep that in mind. They do sometimes serve small bites, but it's just an intimate place to go and just start and plot out your plan for the rest of the adventure. And then I want you to head out of the Roost, and then you're going to go down Duval, and let's pop into the rum bar at the Speakeasy. I talk about this place a lot, but go in there, have a rum flight, grab a rum runner. There's no food served, but it's got this really cool vibe in there. Small, cozy, intimate area, Dade County pine on the walls, and say hello to the resident cat. I just love that guy. And then we're going to wander back down towards Green Street, and I want you to try out the Tiki House. This place is really cool. It has that funky retro vibe of tiki. Remember how we see in the movies and everything how tiki was a thing? Well, this place brings back tiki and makes it a thing in Key West. And you can do authentic tiki cocktails, and some of them even are set on fire. I think that's a great thing. You can then wander down the street a little bit further, going back, the other direction, and head over to Whitehead, and then hit the Green Parrot bar. No frills, not a fancy place. You're not going to have cocktails here. It's going to be basic bar menu type things. No food, but there is free popcorn. So be sure to check some of that out. They offer some of the best live music, I think, in town. Consistently, it has this jazzy, funky, bluesy type vibe. Be sure to check out their calendar so that you know who's playing and when you want to make that your next stop. And then you can end the evening either at the Green Parrot or reverse it and go back to General Horseplay. Here they offer some really neat, funky, cool cocktails, handcrafted right there. You can watch them create them. They have an old-fashioned that is outstanding. They have an outside area. There's fun. There's games. It's an energetic vibe, and you can really enjoy that space. If you wanted to substitute one of those places, or you feel like you've not had 5 cocktails at this point, you can also head over to the chart room. And because that's usually doesn't open until I think 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock at night. But that's just the iconic Key West place to stop in and enjoy a drink is in the chart room. So pro tips, stay hydrated. Alternate your alcoholic drinks with water. Have water with you. Keep the fun going. Don't want to end up on any of those Facebook pages that make fun of people who have passed out or are a little too intoxicated. So don't do that. Be good. Wear comfy shoes. You're going to be enjoying a casual stroll through Old Town, whether you do this bar crawl or you do one that you're paying for. Make sure that you're comfy, that you can handle the walking. If you have an issue with walking that far, probably don't want to do a bar crawl, or especially don't pay for a bar crawl. Plan ahead. Check out what's going on at these bars before you head out. What's the music schedule like? When are they playing? So that maybe you can show up and enjoy some music and enjoy some sets of the band, and that would be a lot of fun. So my point of all of this is there are bar crawls that you can pay for, haunted, regular, all of that. There's a Hemingway experience from the Key West food tours. There's a cocktail experience. There's also the food tours. But sometimes if you're just wanting to explore some different ideas, I gave you 6 places today that are off the beaten path and aren't quite part of a normal, quote, bar crawl that you pay for. Go out and explore. Try someplace new. As you're walking down the street and you see someplace and you go, that looks interesting, pop in. Worst thing is you pop in, you go, no, it's not my vibe, and you leave. Or maybe you find out, you know what, this is a really cool place and I want to stay here and add it to my list of favorites. Who knows, you might find a new favorite to hang out at. In the meantime, I want you to follow those tips. Check out our happy hour list and go over to FunInKeyWest.com. Sign up for our happy hour list. That gets you all of the happy hours. I think I've got a couple that I need to update, but you can then be on our newsletter, and I send that out to the best of my ability Friday-ish, but it keeps you up to date of what's happening and currently what we're doing, Key West is doing, and gets you pointed into some guides that you can use while you are in Key West or planning a trip to Key West. Not planning a trip to Key West? Totally understand. Get it. But you love Key West? Check our Fun in Key West book club out. Sign up is over at FunInKeyWest.com. I am Michele. You guys have a great day. Let me know what you're drinking today for Thirsty Thursday. How are you celebrating Friday Eve? I'd love to hear it. You guys have a great one. Talk to you later.